It is Sunday the 19th. It is 1:23 p.m. and I am going through Boston and I'm headed toward New Hampshire. New Hampshire is where I'm going, a town called Newton, New Hampshire. So I just figured I would let everybody see the city from the highway. And I'll be back in a bit to show this. I'll cut it out when we hit the tunnel because we're going to be going under a tunnel. Gillette World Shaving Headquarters is right there, that building, the low rise. And that's a power plant that heats and gives electricity to all these buildings. Okay, we're going into the tunnel. This is the Zakim Bridge. Zakim for the architect that, the engineer that designed this. It's a nice looking bridge. So here we are, this is New Hampshire. I had some business to attend to, so now I'm going to hopefully video the way home. This is New Hampshire.
In about a quarter of a mile, left turn, then left turn.
And I have my GPS on in the car because I have absolutely no idea where I am. This is something I think called Newton, New Hampshire. N-E-W-T-O-N, Newton, New Hampshire.
Left turn ahead, then left turn.
And my GPS, I don't know how to shut the sound off, but we're gonna have to listen to it. It's gonna try to take me to the shortcuts. Okay.
Left turn ahead, then in 1/10 of a mile, left turn.
Seems to be a very quiet town, this Newton, New Hampshire. Of course, New Hampshire, it's very woodsy.
In about a quarter of a mile, left turn. Then, in 2/10 of a mile, left turn. Left turn ahead, then in 2/10 of a mile, left turn.
it's my turn. So let's do this. Let's turn around. This GPS got me going some back roads. Sheep Hill Drive. There's a lot of sheep. Nice
Left turn
houses.
ahead. Then, in 1/10 of a mile, right turn.
Some upscale houses here. What a nice area. Usually New Hampshire's very old houses. I guess there's some development going on here.
Right turn ahead. Then, left turn at the end of the road.
That's a nice house. Very lonely. End of the road. Dead end right there. And there's no houses around him. It's just him. Yeah, that's nice. Very private.
Left turn at the end of the road. In about 1/4 of a mile, right turn onto North Main Street. Right turn ahead onto North Main Street.
I wonder if we're still in Newton, New Hampshire. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, this looks like the place I just left. Alright, I think I just went around in a giant circle. Yep. Okay, GPS has got me lost.
In about a quarter of a mile, slight right turn onto South Main Street. Slight right turn ahead onto South Main Street.
Hampshire is very rural, I'll say that. At least this part of New Hampshire is. I think right now we're in Placetown, New Hampshire. That's what that sign said, Placetown. This looks like a one horse town in Haverhill. Some people call it Haverhill, but it is Haverhill.
In about a quarter of a mile, sharp left turn onto Amesbury Road. Sharp left turn ahead onto Amesbury Road.
Amesbury Road.
Right turn ahead, then in 2/10 of a mile, right turn.
Okay, this GPS, what's going on here? That means that I'm going to have to turn around. This is what it's got me doing. But it's nice to see a nice little neighborhood here, so let's see what they got for houses. Oh, a nice little house. These
Right
houses all
turn
look,
ahead, then in 1/10 of a mile, right turn.
they all look to be built in the 50s, these ranches. Raised ranches and ranch houses. That's nice. Victory Ave. Alrighty.
Right turn ahead, then in 1/10 of a mile, left turn.
Very narrow street.
Left turn ahead onto Amesbury Road.
Yeah, I must have took a wrong turn. This has me going around. The block. There's a nice lake ahead of me. Whoop! What's this thing? Somebody don't hit that. All right, here we go. So it is the lake. Beautiful.
In about a quarter of a mile, freeway entrance on your left onto I-495 South. Freeway entrance on your left onto I-495 South.
South. So as soon as we hit the highway, I think I'll shut the recording off because, well, how interesting is a highway? Boston Garden. That's it right there. Converse shoes is right there. And this is the city. This is Boston. Just get out of New Hampshire. Lots of traffic. And to the airport courtyard. Marriott right there. Better give you a quick glimpse on the way in. And here we are in East Boston, where parking is pretty tough. I had to stop here again for business. And you can see the street. This is the inner city. So it is
Weather alert. Gale warning in about 5 miles from current location.
Crowded. And from what my GPS says, this is a gale warning. So this just shows you East Boston. This is just a little clip. This is part of East Boston. This is called Orient Heights. So, and right here, see where this school is right here. Okay. All right. This is a school. This school, before it was a school, was a house. And that house was the house of Joe Kennedy when he was Joe Kennedy Sr. when he was a child. And he is the father of John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States. So JFK's father lived right here at this school before it was a school. They tore his house down and built the school. I believe it was in the 30s. And you can see they had a fantastic view of Boston. That's Boston across the water. Just an interesting little tidbit. Lots of people don't know that JFK's father lived where that school is. They were fairly wealthy because the dad owned, the mom owned a couple of bars over by the East Boston shipyard. And the ship workers after work would go to the bar. And they had a pretty good business. Okay, what do we got going on here? That way is the water. We're going towards the highway to go home. It's going to be a long trip. I am nowhere near home. So that used to be a fire department right here where those red doors are. That used to be a fire department. And it is no longer a fire department. I don't know what it is. It looks like some type of a studio. Here's the new fire department right here. So, what we got here is a very narrow street, but Parking is fairly tough to come by in this area. About right now when people are coming home, you can't get a parking space. It's tough. This building right here, Overseers of the Public Welfare, that was back in the 1800s. And now that building is a restaurant and apartments. They built that building in the 1800s for the immigrants that were coming over. Mostly Irish immigrants and Italian immigrants coming from overseas. A lot of new construction going on, as you can see. Right here, there's a building over there that houses the famous Santarpio's Pizza in East Boston. Everybody's aware of Santarpio's in this particular part of the city. Best pizza around. Very well done. It's crispy. If you like crispy pizza, Santarpio's is where you want to go. It's been there forever. Again, Italian immigrants opened it up, and they still own it. Yep. Family still owns it. There's a nice park. You gotta give everybody different parts of my travels, which would be New Hampshire. Part of Massachusetts over by New Hampshire, a border town called Haverhill, and now we are in East Boston. If you haven't guessed it, I am in sales. The train must have just let out, so everybody's coming by here. The sun is starting to set. I always liked East Boston. It was a little rough back in the day. Park. Yep. Right now in this particular part of East Boston, it's a lot of immigrants from South America, and you still have a lot of Italians here. Roads are kind of rough. Damn. We are very close to Boston's Logan Airport. It's just down the street. It's one thing that people from East Boston have to put up with is planes. They basically can't help it. We are right next to the airport. And that building right there, that blue building, that's the airport. That's Logan International Airport. See if I can get the tower. I don't know if you can see the tower in the distance. Actually, it just disappeared behind that building. You can see the top of it a little bit. Yeah, there it is. But that is the airport that you're staring at right now. That is the back of the airport. So you've got the state police right there. That building right here is the state police. And then you've got, oh, there's the tower right there. So you've got Delta. Uh-oh, what's going on here? This isn't good. If there's traffic right here and it's Sunday, that's a problem. That means an accident in the tunnel. We will be here half the night if that's the case, and that is not good. Oh boy. There's Delta. There's a plane taking off as we speak. Oh boy. And again, there's the tower. And I'm going to cut it off now. I can see an ambulance up there. I can cut it off now. And I'll try to pick it up after we get through by the accident.